I'll read this part in Arabic first. سنن النساء النكاح تزوج المرأة مثلها في السن. أخبرنا الحسين بن حريث قال حدثنا الفضل بن موسى عن الحسين بن واقد عن عبد الله بن بريدة عن أبيه قال خطب أبو بكر وعمر رضي الله عنهما فاطمة فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إنها صغيرة فخطبها علي فزوجها منه. This is another hadith or speech by the Prophet. It's found in a book called the Sunan an-Nisa'i, and it says that a chain of narrators told us that Abu Bakr and Omar, and these are two of the closest friends of the Prophet, peace be upon him, Abu Bakr and Omar, Allah be pleased with them, proposed to Fatima. Fatima is the Prophet's daughter. She was the dearest daughter to his heart. But the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, she is young. She's too young to be married to any of you because you're older men. Then Ali proposed, and he, the Prophet, married her to him. So, the book of Al-Nisa'i says that a woman should be married to a man of a similar age to herself. And the proof of this is that when two older men who were very close friends of the Prophet proposed to his daughter, he refused to let her marry somebody who's so much older than she is. But when her cousin Ali proposed, he allowed him to marry her because he was of a similar age to her. This hadith was also authenticated and verified by Al-Sheikh Al-Albani. In Arabic we say صححه Al-Albani. So let's see what...
Peace of Christ to all of you. This is True Islam part number 2. And in here we see another hypocrisy of Muhammad action in his life. All of you heard this guy saying it clearly that Abu Bakr and Umar ibn al-Khattab, they did propose to the daughter of Muhammad, Fatima. Muhammad, he rejected them. Why? Because they are too old. Too old. And she is so young. And here we will see how big fat lie or liar this Muhammad is. Always Muhammad, he have two standards. He have a standard for himself and he have a standard for others. If Muhammad, he wish to have your daughter and she is 6 years old, he have no problem with that. And an older man, he is in the age almost of 60, he can get married from 6 years old girl. But if an old man like Abu Bakr, he want to marry his daughter, this is my daughter. What is going to happen to my daughter is not the same what will happen to your daughter. If is Muhammad a man who speak for wisdom, and he speak for justice, and he speak for the law of Allah, how he allowed himself to marry a little girl, but he don't approve that to happen to Abu Bakr. By the way, what is the age approved to marriage in Islam right now? It is Sunnah. What does that mean? The age of marriage is not anything except what Muhammad did. This is what Muslims believe. Muhammad action is the way to do your life. Muhammad did marry at the age of 6. It means every Muslim woman she can get married, girl, she can get married at the age of 6. Muhammad did intercourse according to Aisha at the age of 9. Every Muslim, he can do that too. So why Muhammad rejected Abu Bakr and Umar for being old when he himself is so old for Aisha? Simply because this man, he was making his own law, fabricating a law from his head, saying this is from Allah. And what goes for me, don't go for you. And the Muslims, and the funny about Muslims, they say to you, oh, the Prophet is just a slave of Allah. We don't worship the Prophet. You know, you don't worship your Prophet. Your Prophet is everything. You don't have God even. You never saw him. You know nothing about him except his name is Allah and he is a leg. And your Prophet, he do whatever he want. He don't follow who supposedly he is his God law. His God says for women, Muhammad marry unlimited number. He can marry 6 years old girl, but Abu Bakr, he cannot do it to his daughter. By the way, Muslims can marry 6 years, they have no problem with that. But you cannot marry the daughter of Muhammad at that age, not Muhammad's daughter, which means everything can happen to you. Islamic law is Islamic law for Muslims, not for Muhammad and his family. They are above the law. Did you get the idea? Muhammad is the same as Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein, him and his kids, they have a law in Iraq. But the law don't go for their family. It goes for those poor Iraqi. He is above the law. He can shoot anyone in the street. His boys used to kidnap women and girls in the street and take them and do whatever they want with them. There's no law for them. And this is the case for Muhammad. The law is for you, not for Muhammad. Muhammad is above the law. How dare you to say, I want to marry the daughter of Muhammad at that age? And in here you will see something very awful, by the way. Many people, when they read, they don't notice things. Did you notice that the hadith in here is talking about Abu Bakr is proposing to the daughter of Muhammad? Now, what does that mean? What a big deal. So, because he's old? No, not only because he's old. Abu Bakr is the father of Aisha. Okay. So, Abu Bakr is the father-in-law to Muhammad. How your father-in-law, he is going to marry your daughter? What we will see in here, those guys are switching. I marry your daughter, you marry my daughter. They don't have a problem with that. Did you get the idea? Because Abu Bakr, as we said, he is the father of Aisha. And if he is the father of Aisha, Muhammad is his son-in-law. So Abu Bakr want to marry the daughter of his son-in-law? Is that telling you something? This is why I say always Islam is a six-party religion. They switch women as they switch goats. They have no value.
So let's see what the Prophet did after that. Well, the Prophet himself proposed when he was 50-something years old to Abu Bakr, the same guy who proposed for his daughter. He proposed for him to marry his 7-year-old daughter. In another story, or in another hadith, she was 6 when the Prophet proposed and actually married her. So in Sahih al-Bukhari, and again I provided the link, in volume 7, book 62, number 18, the Prophet asked Abu Bakr for Aisha's hand in marriage. Abu Bakr said, "But I'm your brother." The Prophet said, "You are my brother in Allah's religion and His book, but she, Aisha, is lawful for me to marry." So Abu Bakr tried to deny the Prophet's request, politely saying, "Well, I'm your brother because we're both Muslims." So the Prophet told him, "Well, yeah, you're my brother in Allah's religion, but I am going to marry her. She's lawful to me." The same story is narrated also further in Bukhari, and again I provided the link, in volume 7, book 62, number 64, narrated Aisha. Aisha herself is telling the story that the Prophet married her when she was 6 years old, and he consummated his marriage when she was 9 years old, and then she remained with him for 9 years till his death. So he married her when he was 50 something years old, and she was 6. Uh, well, lots of people say that she must have been an adult in these days, and that's what I tended to believe myself. I mean, probably because he obviously knew that he should not have a kid married to an adult.
Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Unbelievable, man. Look how they defend him. They knew he is a hypocrite. They knew he is lying. And you know, he knew she is a mature. She is 6 years old and he just said she is a kid. Lord have mercy. Follow with me with the coming video. Christ is Lord, Islam for dummy, I mean.